the world's #1 crypto trading robot.
Hello, friends. Welcome once again. Pretty amazing day, and we're going to be jumping right into the market. Once again, if you're joining us for the first time, what we do in the live setup is to give you a trade setup that you can directly use into your app to become profitable. And regularly, we normally post the setup ahead of time. So if you're not yet in the Tafabot Telegram group, you want to join that right away to always get the setup. Once again, the Zoom chat room is always open. You want to send your feedback and questions. We do try to answer as much as possible before the end of the section. Also, I want to place a reminder for anyone who has signed up for the Traders Resorts. We do have a log there. And if I did miss your session, I want to apologize for that. You want to reach out to media@tafabot.com to reschedule a session again. I also believe that the team should have also reached out to you to reschedule that. So you want to reschedule that section. And if you're joining us for the first time, what we do with Traders Resort is to have a one-on-one section between you and I, where we talk about your Tafa experience. And at the end, we're going to use that to promote your Tafabot link to the whole community. So people who use your link are going to get a discount for using your link as an incentive to make a lot of persons choose your Tafabot link against other person's link. Pretty amazing. We're going to go through the trade with hard yesterday, and then we're going to be setting up new trade. Now, if you've noticed, for those who already received the setup, there is a difference in our setup today as against the shorts that we've been having, and I'm going to be explaining what is the rationale behind going long on the market. Also, if you're joining us here and you're trading on sports, it's also a good thing because today you're able to take the setup that we're going to be giving, and I'm going to explain why are we going long and what we need to do next about that. So let's jump right into our setup. Yesterday, we did the BNB setup for several persons who started the BNB setup. When we posted that the setup was still valid and alive, you already have yours completed. For some other person who had the setup first and didn't go through with all the Matinga entry, you possibly have 2 or 3 strategy period completed. So BNB did 25% profits. Then we had the band. Band was a really good money printer that also completed a 25% profit movement. And also we had ANKRO. ANKRO was also very, very good. For some other person also, just like BNB, who started when we did announce again, you had your section completed. For others, you already have 3 sections strategy period completed. For all of those trades, if you're still in any of those trades, you really don't need to do anything except you want to shut down the trade to be able to follow the current trade. Else you want to switch it to strategy 1 for now. So back to the markets, and if you've not taken the setup today, I'm going to tell you when to start. We have the setup today for Dodge, for Sol, and for Lena. So we're going to be longing all of this market. It means you're able to create a setup for sports and also for futures. And if you're joining us for the first time, how to create the setup is to go through the Matinga calculator, put in the data that we've given here, the average price movements and the price movement of the market, and it's going to give you your structure. Now, as you know, we've been announcing the new Tafabot app, which means that the Matinga calculator, as you have it right now, is still going to be available, but it will not be as relevant as it currently is. So I'm going to be showing in the new Tafabot app, which you're going to be getting very soon, how I'm going to be able to create this Sol setup as against what it requires right now to create the setup. For those who are already sending a lot of message, I can see them. I'm going to try to respond to all of them before the end of the section. So back to the new Tafabot app. That's what you can see right now on your screen, the new Tafabot app. So I'm going to go straight into creating the strategy system for SOL. So directly, I'm going to go to the Martingale and get started. Next is going to ask me, is this bot for spot or for future? So I'm going to go for futures. I do love futures a lot. But if you're trading spots, that is also fine. So I'm going to get this market for Solana. So you can see Solana. I select Solana, and then I'm going to select that this trade is for long, like we're long in the trade. So you pretty much have all the setup in the setup sheets that we do send. So you pretty much have all the setup, just go through the process. So it's going to ask me at this point if I want to use an automated setting or the manual setting. So when we do give all of the setup that we're giving right now, what you need to use to create the setup will be the auto setup system. So if I go for the auto setup system, it's going to ask me what exchange do I want to use for that. So I'm going to say I want to use Binance. Then I'm going to put in the strategy period. So strategy period, we have 5 for that. And the bot leverage, we're going for 10. And over here, I get to choose between auto deleverage and auto leverage, which of the mode I want to use this bot on. So you don't need to send to apply to the futures team anymore. So I want to use this bot on auto leverage. Then I'm going to be putting in the price movement, which is 32 from the sheet that we gave, and we have the average at 6. And then I'm going to put in the take profit percentage, which is 0.5, and submit. Then it reviews my setup, and I can see every single thing. And if my 5 trade is completed from the capital that I want to use, I should be making between minimum of $45 to $50. So it gives you the range based on the strategy that the profit range you should make based on the strategy that you just created. So I'm going to head straight to starting my bot. I just cross-check again to be sure everything is sorted out. I'm going to change the name. So it pretty much gives me an automated name using my Tafabot username. So I'm going to change the name to what I want to call it. And I'm going to proceed to create the bot. So right now you can see on my screen, activating your Solana Martingale bot, and the bot is done. So I now have the SOL setup over here. So what I'm going to do straight is to start the bot when I require to start it, or pause the bot when I want to pause the bot. So it's going to be as simple as this, as against what you're doing right now. I see a lot of comments already, all of you. A lot of persons are super excited. A user is already saying SOL is taking profit. We've not even started, means you've started yours. Okay. And the user is asking, is this auto leverage aggressive? Yes, the auto leverage is the aggressive mode. So this is how simple it's going to be for you to set up your bot. You don't have to put in all the current settings you're putting in right now, price movement, this, that, and all of that. So it's going to be pretty straightforward, just like this. So amazing. So I'm glad you've seen how to set it up. So we're going to head back into the setup. If you've not done that, you want to set it up right away. Take all of the setup. And right now you can start the bot. While we're going to go into the chat and see why are we starting this bot? Why are we even longing right now? So you want to start the setup for Dodge, you want to start the setup for SOL, and you want to start the setup for Lena. Some users are super fast. Lena has taken profits, SOL has taken profits. That is really amazing. For us, I'm just starting mine right now. So I believe other users are also just starting theirs. So you want to start up all the bots right now. While we are going to go into the charts and what to expect. Now, this is very important. This is literally the most important part about the setup. is understanding what to expect. All right. So straight up into market liquidation, we have 113 million in the last 24 hours. Pretty fair, but not good enough. And in the last 4 hours, we've seen a lot of short positions being liquidated. Now, if I go back to the last 12 hours, you're going to see a change as to no longer short position being liquidated, but long position being liquidated. Now, what is the reason for that? So the market, as we've analyzed and we've spoken about several times in the past meeting, that we do expect a large crash to happen on the market. So the whole crypto market is preparing for this crash to happen. All the coins are preparing for the crash to happen, which is why we were shorting. So if you go back to the last 5 hours, if this allows us to sort 5 hours, you're going to see that a lot of short position kept getting cleared out of the, a lot of long position, kept getting cleared out of the market, kept getting liquidated because the market is losing money flow. Therefore, it's causing it to go down. But this changed 1 hour ago when the CPI data came up, and it was fairly good. So with the CPI data, you now see that the market did a push up instantly in the last 1 hour. So when we go over here, the last 1 hour, you're going to see 80% shorts were liquidated, means the market started pushing up forward because of the CPI data. So that is pushing the market currently, but it is clear to note that the reason why we're going to be longing this is not because the market is going up. As you've known, we've always, most time, gone against the majority disposition as to the market, and we've always won the side of the market. Now, we're not longing this because the market is just going up, because the CPI data is good. Now, the reason why we're longing this is if Bitcoin was supposed to dump today, it's not going to dump anymore today. So we don't want to we don't want to create shorts that is just going to get us into more entries, and we have to wait for 1 or 2 days more. So if the market was supposed to decline, which it was already doing 1 hour ago before the CPI data, is not going to decline today. So generally, in the long term, we are still bearish, we're still shorts. BTC still has 25K to do, and we've spoken about that, the resistance point of BTC and on the zone is between 31 to 32,000, 3199 thereabout. So when that hits, we could see a sharp decline in the market and a sharp dump. Now, it doesn't matter how much market is currently pumping, all of the market that are going up are going to decline really fast. And you've seen that with even the setup for SSP that we did some days ago, how SSP went so bullishly, and right now it is 100% below the point it even started from. So all of the market are going to decline, but in the short term, we want to flow with the CPI data. We want to enjoy the little move that the market can give within the last 24 hours, between the next 24 hours, we want to enjoy the move that the market can give. So let's go to the chart and also get more information about this. So back to the chart, we have BTC at 30,200. When the CPI data was called, BTC was around 29,800, and the market just bullishly went up to 30,500. And right now it's declining a little. So, but what we do see here is a lot of declining volume out of BTC. So the money flow of BTC is really not good, but it could sustain BTC for the next 24, 48 hours, not to go below at this point because of the FA of the CPI data. So back to also the USDT money flow, we also find the USDT money flow approaching a major money flow support. Of course, we could also see the money flow drop to around 6.39%. That is also possible if the CPI data is able to propel the market. So that will only give in more position. And then we're still, in whichever side we're looking at it from, we're still close to a major crash. So back also to the altcoin supply, we're also finding the same thing. Right now, the altcoin supply is trying to break way above that, but we're still at a resistance zone. So we could also find a decline, but we don't see that happening right now in the next 24 hours, only on the grounds of the CPI. And I do not expect the CPI news to keep influencing the market in the coming days. Back to also BTC money flow. You see that BTC money flow has hit the maximum flow as at the same time as August last year. So we're also hitting that flow here. Means we also need to also watch out for that. BTC is already declining from that money flow. Like I did show you here, you see a lot of money going out of BTC already. The volumes are declining every single day. So for now, we just want to jump on the trend. If you've started all of the markets already, Dodge should already be taking profit. That is something good. We just want to jump on the trend and take longs in most of this market. Dodge also over here, we are already on our long position and it's performing very well. What we do expect is the market to go as much as the CPI data can carry it. Now, I do not expect that the market hits all of this zone of Dodge doing a 10%, moving to a 20% zone. If it does that, that's totally fine, but I do not expect that to happen. What I expect is that the market just does a tiny push. It could be 3%, it could be 5%, and we take our profit and shut down the bot. This means that you don't want to restart the bot when it is done or concluded its strategy period. We have the same thing happening with SSP. For those also who has heard SSP short from when we called it, congratulations, you should have taken profit by now. You don't want to hold that short until we do hit the next resistance again. Then we also have Sol. Sol has taken about 2 profit from what I can see. We started our Sol when we called start around here. Sol has already moved up, so we're already taking about 2 profit from Sol already. You want to make sure your bot is started on those markets. And then we have Lina. Lina is still a little bit static and has not delivered any profit yet. So if I were to choose between markets, I'm going to choose Sol, SSP, Dodge as against going for Lina right now, despite Lina is facing a massive support over here, but we don't have money flow to back the supports. So short term, we're longing. We want to take part in the short term movement. When that is done, long term, we're 100% short right now. Okay, so I'm going to go through a lot of the charts in the Zoom, and we're going to go through a lot of them, answer as much as we can. And if there are more questions, more feedback, you want to send it in right now, and we're going to call it a day for today. We're also looking forward to the new Tafabot app. It's making, we're very, very excited about that. There's a lot that that app brings. Before I do jump into the questions and the feedback, I'm going to share back my Tafabot application and just buttress a point about the new app again. So this is for users who don't own Mirror right now and you want to join the Mirror community. Like we've said, this is a whole new business opportunity for leaders, traders, affiliates, community builders to be able to partake in. So the Mirror is going to be as simple as possible. You wouldn't need as much technical analysis, because we are also creating a closed group of Mirror owners where we are monitoring, auditing every single day to make sure that everyone who is copying in a seamless manner and also in the most secured manner. So if you're one of a leader there, you own a community group, you run your own community, and you want to own a Mirror, like I did say, you want to reach out to bdd@tafabot.com. And it's very, very simple. So when I go over here, copy Mirror, you can see myself in number 1 here, but I'm not going to be there when the app comes. So this is just to see what the Mirror looks like. And also we can also see one of the popular Mirror owner, Chawa here. That's also interesting. So it's going to be as simple as possible. When I mean simple, is that when we do give the setup, what we expect is that a lot of Mirror owners now become part of the setup community like we're doing daily. So when we do give the setup, it's going to be as simple as go on your own app and put in the setup through the automated mode. It's going to accept the setup if you have been approved for Mirror and the Mirror is following the company standard for Mirror safety. automatically your trading and the people that are following your trade are also following the same settings that you've done. So you will not need to tell your community, go and do these settings or go and create your bot. You will not need to do that. So if you have a community, even as little as 100, 50, 20, that is good enough. You want to own a mirror. You want to do the work for them. You want to join the meeting like we do every day. You want to get the setup, put the setup into your own Tafabot app, and automatically they are going to be connected to you to do the same setup that is happening. And they don't need to reapply for auto deliverage. If you have auto deliverage or auto deliverage, automatically their accounts also have auto deliverage and auto leverage. It's going to be super simple, super in sync, and there's so much more that we're already having the discussion with a close mirror community that we are going to be communicating even further. There's a lot of integration into the mirror system that takes the trading to a totally different level. So once again, you want to reach out to bdd@tafabot.com. I'm going to send that into the chat so you do not miss it, bdd@tafabot.com. And for those that I did miss your section for the Traders result, you want to reach out again to media@tafabot.com to schedule another section. So back to that, we are now going to go to answering a lot of the feedbacks and the questions we have on the chat before we do call it a day. All right, as I say, I just connected Binance yesterday. I don't know how to set up the trade. Could not also connect to other exchange. Now, the mirror system is for users like you. User Bennett is for users like you that you really don't need to know how to set up the bot. You just need to go straight and follow somebody. So whatsoever you do learn about how to set up the bot right now will not be relevant by next week. So you want to keep in touch with the community for the latest updates and news as they're going to be coming. A user said, my BNB is still running. Is it okay to leave without touching? Yes, I did say that. Long term, we're short. Short term, we're just long in. So you're just going to get more entry in and prepare you for the shorts that is to come. Else, if you feel like you've made the profit already as against the minus you're currently on, you could shut down the trade, take the long, and just enjoy the profit for now. Also for user, the next is asking about BNB. I just responded to that. So the same thing applies to you. Okay, Sol has taken profit. There's a lot of Sol has taken profit. If you're on the Sol trade, that's amazing. There've been 3 profits on Sol. That is really, really fast. Means we're going to be completing the strategy period even before the end of the session. Okay, a user said Tafa to the moon. We keep growing. That is beautiful. Tafabot keeps growing. We're always improving. A user is saying, can we get the new app today? You cannot wait already. We are already planning that. You should get the new app as soon as possible. The media team is going to be announcing that when we do get a final date ASAP. Okay, user said, I'm new. Could you repeat how to set up? We're going to do that over and over again in other sections. So do not worry, just keep close with the community on Telegram. User Selena has taken profits. Okay. Another user, I'm new here. How else can I get auto deliverage? I've sent an email, but no response. If you've sent an email, but no response, you want to confirm that, check both your spam mail. If you still don't have a response again, you could resend another mail and the team is going to check on that. But by next week, like I did say, you will not need to reapply or apply for any of this anymore, as they will be inbuilt into the app. Amazing. A user say, awesome analysis, advice on what to do with ongoing band and MKRO on shorts. Basically the same thing. Your band should have completed. I believe you shouldn't have band running anymore. Band really went really down. So that's completed all its strategy already. But if you do have it on, what you want to do is, if you already have strategy periods that has taken a lot of profit, you could call off that trade. Else, you're just going to get more entries into the market and you're still going to take profit from the short. Remember again, long-term, we are bearish. Also, another user, Lena, has given one profit. So Lena has given profit already. Amazing. The user say, I still have MK arrow running. What should I do? The same thing like I just said about BNB, practically the same thing applies to you. User is saying, can I switch on the bot for today's setup just coming online? 100%, you should have started the bot already. Another user, sold is really fast, 3 profits right now. That is amazing. This is said my Tafabot futures is not trading on the exchange. I don't know why. You want to check on the log. If you don't have a log, you want to send support a message, and they're going to check everything about your account to see if there's any problem why it is not trading, and also that you have the Tafabot. Okay, a lot of users are saying Lena is doing wonders already. So we are already on profit in all of our setup. Once again, we do have the setup for. We do have the setup for Lena. We have the setup for Sol, for Dodge, for SSP. So all of this setup are already performing very, very well. If you're not yet in it, you want to jump right in and take the profits. And when the market just does change direction, like we communicated, we are also going to be updating. Also for BNB and any other short trade, like I did say, long term, we're bearish, means you could keep accumulating a lot of entries. Like I said, the only reason we're longing is the market will not dump today, only because of the FA. So we want to partake in that, and we're going to be switching back soon to our bearish system, where we're also going to be taking profits from the markets declining. I believe that is clear. There's still a lot of feedback. For those, if I did miss your feedback while scrolling, you want to send that into our Tafabot community Telegram group. You're going to have a lot of leaders who are also going to answer you, and possibly I'm also going to see that, and I could respond to it over there. So we're going to call it a day for now. Let's go enjoy our profits. Let's go take some more profits and keep building your community in anticipation of the new Tafabot app. Thank you so much, Tafan. It's been an amazing day. Let's go print some money in the markets.